Good day, dear master students. The topic of our lecture is empirical methods in research. Uh, the plan of the lecture that first of all we have to introduce to empirical research. We have to discuss also characteristics and purpose of empirical methods, types of empirical methods, observation, experiment, survey, interview, case study, content analysis, data collection tools, ensuring validity and reliability, data analysis in the empirical research, ethical considerations and conclusions, and reflective. Of course, the lecture contains also reflective questions. If you introduce to what is empirical research in itself, that empirical research refers to a systematic approach to investigating phenomena through direct observation and measurement. Unlike theoretical methods, empirical methods rely on the real-world data, making them essential for producing evidence-based interpretations and conclusions. These methods are widely used in social sciences, education, psychology, linguistics, and the natural sciences. Characteristics of empirical methods. Empirical methods share several key features. They involve systematic data collection, meaning that information is gathered according to predefined procedure. They require objectively where the researcher minimizes personal bias. Empirical studies must be measurable and replaceable, allowing other researchers to repeat the procedure and verify the results. These methods include both qualitative and quantitative approaches depending on the nature of research questions. Observation. Observation involves watching participants of phenomena in natural or controlled settings. Naturalistic observation captures real behaviors in real context without interference. Controlled observation takes place in structured environments where variables can be monitored. Strengths of observation include rich contextualized data. However, it may be affected by subjectivity or changes in behavior when participants know they are being observed. Experiments involve manipulating one or more variables to determine cause and effective relationships. A typical experiment includes an experimental group which receives the treatment and control group which doesn't. Experiments allow strong claims about causality but may lack naturalness due to artificial settings. Survey. What do we mean by survey? Yes, how we understand the meaning of survey. Surveys gather data from large groups of people through questionnaires or digital forms. They are useful for collecting demographic information, opinions, and self-reported behaviors. Surveys may contain both closed-ended and open-ended questions. They provide broad data, but their quality depends on question clarity and the participant honesty. Interviews, one of the also main empirical method which we use in researching. Interviews allow researchers to explore participants' experiences and attitude in depth. Structured interviews follow strict questions. Semi-structured interviews combine fixed questions with flexible exploration. Unstructured interviews resemble conversations. Interviews provide rich data but require time, careful planning, and skilled interpretation. Case study. Yes, case studies focus on a single unit, an individual, group, institution, or event. This method is particularly valuable for exploring complex or rare phenomena. Case studies allow deep understanding but have limited generalizability. Content analysis. Content analysis examines written text, speech, images, media, or documents to identify patterns, themes, or structures. It can be quantitative, counting words, categories, or qualitative, interpreting meanings. This method is widely used in linguistics, communication studies, and cultural research. Data collection tools. Empirical research uses a variety of tools depending on the method. These include questionnaires, interview guides, observation sheets, audio or video recording devices, tests, and digital applications. The choice of tools depends on the research design and objectives. Validity and reliability. Ensuring validity means that the research measures what it intends to measure. Ensuring reliability means that the results are consistent and can be repeated under similar conditions. Both are necessary for producing trustworthy and scientifically meaningful results. Data analysis. Empirical data can be analyzed quantitatively using statistical techniques or qualitatively through coding and thematic analysis. Quantitative analysis identifies measurable relationships, while qualitative analysis reveals deeper meanings and patterns. Good analysis requires accuracy, transparency, and logical interpretation. Ethical considerations. Ethics play a critical role in all empirical research. Researchers must obtain informed consent, maintain confidently, and treat participants with respect. Data must be stored securely and used responsibly to protect participant rights. In conclusion, I want to enroll my ideas that empirical methods form a backbone of scientific inquiry. They enable researchers to collect, analyze, and interpret data in systematic ways. Combining different empirical methods often leads to more comprehensive and reliable findings. Okay, now at the end of the lecture, we have to interact to understand the meaning of the lecture. I also prepared several reflective questions for you, and let me start. Which empirical method do you find most suitable for your research and why? What challenges do you anticipate when collecting empirical data? How can you ensure the validity and reliability of your study? Which data collection tools would best support your research goals? How will ethical consideration influence your research design? In what ways can different empirical methods complement each other? And the last is, what steps can help you improve your skills in analyzing empirical data? Okay, now thank you for your attention. See you at our next lecture.